I can't believe that Peter Parker doesn't figure out who the big lizard is. And
Sure.
I know it's probably because the big lizard has 2 arms, but that guy's always like, I'm blending lizard DNA with human DNA. I'm going to grow my arm back.
Yeah.
I'm using lizards.
Hey, Peter, welcome to my lab. Here's my very obvious WMD that I'm using for the betterment of mankind. I'm showing it to you now, so later in the movie, it's the WMD that's going to destroy the city or whatever.
That's right.
Turn everybody into lizards.
Exactly.
The Amazing Spider-Man. There's a bit in that movie where Peter Parker, after he fights the lizard, and he goes to Kurt Connors, who is the lizard, who he knows has been working with lizards.
Right.
And he's like, excuse me, Dr. Connors. And the doctor turns around and he's kind of thinning on one side of his hair and he's got like scales down his neck. And he's like, ah! Like he's like that. And he's like, could you tell me how to kill a giant lizard? And he's like, why do you want to know about lizards? Lizards are they're the greatest. Ah! And Peter Parker's like,
I wish I was a lizard. I am a lizard.
And Peter Parker's like, okay, that's interesting. All right, makes sense. And then Connors leaves. And then you think, I thought when I saw this, he's twigged.
Yeah.
Because he's just playing along.
Right.
But then he looks down and he sees a rat that he was experimenting on, or a mouse, and he sees that it's turned into a half lizard, half rat. And then you see him go, oh my God. And not like the penny dropped.
Well, speaking of, he's a bad cop. People are ringing him being like, there's a big lizard. He's like, yeah, right, big lizard. And Peter Parker comes in and he's like, I met a man who has turned himself into a lizard and he's been doing lizard experiments. If you just look into this a little bit, this guy that you know who you know is doing lizard experiments and your daughter knows he's doing lizard experiments, I think he's a lizard. He's like, well, that man wrote my daughter a letter for college. What? You're a cop. Are you fucking serious with that?
Yeah.
What kind of corruption, blind eye shit are we talking about here?
And also, if that guy turns out to be a really big lizard, that letter to the college not going to be worth much, is it? Or worth heaps. Oh, are you the young woman who got a letter of recommendation from a big lizard? He does in his.
He comes around.
He comes around.
Stanley's like, I'm just putting some books away on. Oh no, there's stuff going on. Oh, he doesn't even say on. He doesn't know stuff's going on, you know? It's good.
I'm really glad there's no stuff going on, he thinks to himself.
Goodbye.